This is a new number of the week. Welcome. The Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas embarked on a state visit to Algeria that started Sunday. The visit to Algeria lasted 3 days on an official invitation of his counterpart, the President Abdelmajid Tebboune. The visit aimed to coordinate between Palestine and Algeria on the development of the Palestinian cause. The visit also came in preparation for the Arab Summit to be held in Algeria next March. And on Monday, the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, chaired the cabinet meeting that was devoted to studying and improving draft laws, decrees, and presentations related to the scientific research sectors, energy institutions, and communications in the sports sector. The cabinet meeting also addressed the ongoing preparations for organizing the Mediterranean Games in Oran in 2022. The President of the Republic announced giving a check for $100 million to the state of Palestine, as well as allocating 300 scholarships for Palestinian students. The statements came in a press conference that the Algerian and Palestinian presidents hosted after the end of the expanded talks between the two delegations. President Tebboune stressed that the relationship between Algeria and Palestine is far greater than can be described, as it embodies the ideal and shared values of struggle, sacrifice, and liberation. He pointed out that Algeria's embrace of the Palestinian cause and its defense is a matter of loyalty above all else. The President of the Republic stressed that it is necessary to strengthen Arab cooperation on the first central issue. He added that the Palestinian issue will be at the heart of the upcoming Arab Summit in Algeria. He stressed the need to adhere to Arab peace initiative signed in 2020. The criminal post specialized in combating financial and economic crimes in the Sidi Mohammed court in the capital postponed the trial session of the former energy minister Shakib Khalil, accompanied by the former CEO of Sonatrach Mohammed Mzian and his deputy Abdelhafid Faghouli on charge related to corruption in the file of the completion of a natural gas complex in Arzew, Oran, on the 20th of next December. This case, in which a number of former frameworks in the Sonatrach complex and several foreign institutions active in the energy sector are also being persuaded, has been postponed at the request of the Defense Authority. Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development Mohammed Abdelhafid Hanni stressed the need to work to expand agricultural areas across the country, especially those destined for grain, in order to reduce the import bill. The Minister of Agriculture stressed that the state will provide all facilities for the sector's professionals, as it has allocated many agricultural environments in order to exploit them and access and promote the agricultural sector, and also benefit from various forms of support, especially with regard to establishing institutions in the sector such as cow and poultry breeding. He indicated that the pathways will be opened and connected to the agricultural electricity network, and licenses will be granted to dig well for irrigation, especially in the agricultural oceans dedicated to young people. On the other hand, the minister mentioned that the process of purification and the recovery of unused agricultural land is continuing across the country. It has so far allowed the recovery of 750,000 hectares of land. Work will be done to redistribute it in a regular manner with clear objectives and according to capabilities. The Minister of Justice, Keeper of the Seas, Abdelrashid Tibbi, revealed that Algeria has proposed preparing an Arab protocol related to cooperation in order to return the smuggled funds abroad. In the same context, he revealed that fighting corruption and recovering the money resulting from it is the obsession of all Arab countries and requires unifying efforts. Referring to Algeria's efforts to combat corruption, he recalled the establishment of an independent supreme authority for transparency, prevention, and control of corruption, which has broad powers. In this file, chief among them is the development of a national strategy for transparency and integrity and ensuring its implementation and follow-up. The Minister of Justice made it clear that Algeria is working to recover its looted funds according to a comprehensive endeavor approved by the President of the Republic that requires intensifying international and Arab cooperation. The Minister of Justice made it clear that Algeria is working to recover its looted phones according to comprehensive endeavor approved by the President of the Republic that requires intensifying international and Arab cooperation. The Minister of Justice also emphasized that the constitutional amendment reverted an important space to the judiciary by strengthening its independence, by granting broad powers to the Supreme Judicial Council in managing the career path of judges. This allows the judiciary to play rights and the guarantor of freedoms. The Minister of Interior, Local Communities and Urban Development presented during Wednesday's government meeting a presentation on a draft executive decree related to vehicle numbering. During the same meeting, chaired by the Prime Minister and Finance Minister Ayman bin Abdulrahman, the government studied a presentation on a draft executive decree related to vehicle numbering. Its objective is to develop an integrated national policy for road traffic as well as providing accurate statistical data that allows public authorities to formulate clear and targeted national policies. The government has also studied a draft executive decree specifying the terms of settlement of completed or under construction buildings that do not conform to the Muslim building permit. This is in implementation of Article 144 of the Finance Act of 2021. At the same meeting, the government considered the draft executive decree related to the establishment of the higher school for the deaf-mute people, in addition to a presentation on the progress of the process related to the rehabilitation, expansion and development of the Green Dame, as well as studying a preliminary draft of the organic law that determines the methods for electing members of the Supreme Council of the Judiciary and the rules for its organization and work. The Speaker of the People's National Assembly, Ibrahim Boughali, led the joint parliamentary delegation in the activities of the 16th Conference of the Union of Councils of Member States of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation in Turkey on 9-10 December. The Council's statement indicated that Boughali participated in the activities of this conference at the head of a joint parliamentary delegation between the two chambers of parliament, where the work of this conference as well as the accompaniment meeting are held under the slogan Participation, Conscience and Islam. Palestine, Immigration and Afghanistan. The Prime Minister Ayman bin Abdulrahman decided to take the measures to be implemented under the title of the Health Crisis Management Body associated with the coronavirus pandemic. This comes in accordance with the instructions of the President of the Republic and following consultations with the Scientific Committee to follow up on the development of the coronavirus pandemic and the Health Authority. For this purpose, the current system of protection and prevention is extended for 15 days starting on Saturday, December 11, 2021. The work of the current system of protection and prevention is extended according to the relative stability of the epidemiological situation. This requires, however, the citizens to be very vigilant, especially due to the emergence of the new mutant Omicron. In these circumstances, the government is inviting all citizens who have not yet been vaccinated for massive turnout on continuous vaccination campaigns throughout the national territory, knowing that vaccination remains the best means of prevention and protection. The Algerian Zakaria Abdelhai, son of Tbissa province, won the Silver Award for digital commerce in the Middle East. Zakaria Abdelhai in the International Competition for Digital Commerce in the Middle East, representing the Arabs, being the only Arab among the participants. Zakaria's successful project was voted on the reserve. His place raised the flag of Algeria, the voice of Arabs among different nationalities, announcing his victory to the world in general. Algeria won the award for the best official pavilion at the African Trade Fair in Durban, South Africa. The Algerian pavilion was crowned as the best official pavilion among 1,100 exhibitors from 55 participating countries, in which the Alphabet Foundation, the branch of the Emital Complex, participates. Algeria also received this honorary medal, which is due to the quality of the products and services that were offered, as well as the great turnout of foreign economic dealers and visitors who came from 92 countries in the world. The Minister of Health, Abdulrahman bin Mouzid, confirmed Friday that Algeria has not recorded any case of infection of death with the new corona mutant Omicron in a press statement he made after his participation in a meeting organized by the Ministry of National Solidarity, Family and Women's Issues in the Benin Forest on the occasion of the International Volunteer Day. Ben Mouzid called on citizens to seek vaccination to enhance prevention and strengthen collective protection. Ben Mouzid also confirmed that the analysis conducted by the Pasteur Institute in coordination with the experts proved that no deaths or infections with Omicron were recorded. The first official in charge of the health sector added, there is no need to be afraid of the Omicron mutant because it is less dangerous than the mutant or the mutated Delta, according to the international experts in the field of health. We ended this number. I'll give you an appointment next week.